Welcome to the tutorial on the initial radio reporting page for the after action system. So when you get to this page, you'll just be right up here on the left. So maybe none of these would be listed there initially. If you go to add a new report, go over here where it says choose report, and then I just choose initial radio report. And then that's gonna start a new initial radio report that's connected back to this incident. So right here, the tutorial, when you click that, that's what this video clip is like a how-to, if you will. This reference in here, you would want to put what unit it was that was communicating. So I might put engine 59, and I might even put A shift. It depends on what you're really looking to do later when it comes to mining data out of the system. Right here is where you would upload and clip the audio for the incident. And how you go about clipping the audio for the incident is the directions are right here. So there's a question mark there that kind of tells you if you're on a Windows computer what to do, and then if you're on a Mac, you know what you do. And then here there's a question mark as far as this zoom or roller bar. So if there's audio in here. So specifically for this audio, we're going to have a tutorial for that walks you through it. So there'll be a tutorial right here, audio clipping tutorial of how do I really do what I need to do with this audio. So it's one-stop shop. Everything can be done right from the program. You don't have to go to another program once you dump the audio into the system. So just to start it off, right from the beginning, did I clear the radio traffic? So engine 1 with initial radio report. So here it gives me that option. Did you clear the channel? Did you clear the channel and preface the radio traffic, or did you not? So this is gradable. So if I click this one, it's red. If I click this one, it's green. And if I got part of it, it's yellow. So yellow is we can do better, red is like we need to do a lot better, and green is we met the mark. And then there's a place that you can type notes. Building size is what it is, so I'm going to hit like how our questions are really laid out. So here it's a toggle, so building size, did they address it? Yes, they did. And then I can go here, well, they said whatever size that they said, or if you type other, if you did other, you could still type the notes into here. Building height, again, is a toggle, so yes, they addressed it, and then how tall was the building, or you could put other, 37-story building or whatever you would want to put into there. Occupancy type, yes or no, it's a toggle, so they either did it or they didn't, and then you can give some specific information. So they addressed it, it's an apartment building, and then you could type additional information if you wanted to into here, about the apartment. Or the complex. So again, the question mark piece right here, if you're ever wondering what the question is or whatever, you can always hover over that, and it's like what are we really looking for? What is the objective for this particular question? Describing the fire conditions, did they describe them? Yes or no? And then the standard conditions, and you can always type or put other and then type in the notes. Just keep in mind when you hit other and you start typing anything into any program, getting data out of it, gets a little bit more challenging. When you're picking off of a list, it makes mining data a little bit easier. Describing the problem. So when we talk about describing the problem, there's 3 here. So no problem location communicated at all. The side or floor was communicated, or side and floor was communicated. So that's gradable. You can also type notes there. The initial incident action plan, that's a yes or no. So yes, they did, and then what exactly did they do? So here, they did a water supply, they quick hit, and they stretched a hand line, and then you could type additional notes into that space as well. Did they communicate their incident action plan? So what did they actually do with that? So again, if you click this one, it turns yellow because we could do better with it. And then there's again a place where you could type the notes. And this is expandable, so in the presentation mode, you could really type in here as much as you wanted as far as addressing, why was yellow, why is this yellow? Why are we saying that we could do better? What should have maybe been said? So more importantly than identifying what we didn't do well is identifying what we can do better, which is the whole objective of this is trying to make sure we do better. Initial incident action plan objective. So did they address objectives, and then what objectives? Fire control and search, or there's one that's primary search and fire control order together. You could type notes. Did they address strategy? Yes or no. Offensive or defensive. So if it's no, then we just have a place there that you could say, hey, they did. Why'd you click no? Well, because they didn't address strategy at all. What's the resource determination? So did they make a resource determination? And this is simple. We tried to keep it like standard terminology so it could fit, everybody. Basically, did you keep the assignment coming? Did you upgrade it, or did you send companies home? Basically is what this question comes down to. Assume and name command. So there's an option here. So communicated assuming and naming of command did not. Communicated assuming command but did not maybe name it, or communicated assuming and naming of command. So you could type into here, again, any notes. And then there's a place here for additional comments. This is not a graded area. This is just a place to, type notes or reference, or, how well did it go, or how well was the communication overall? What other things happened at the incident? And then there's a place at the very bottom right here that you could add a link that would take you to a place where your organization stores video. So like maybe YouTube or some other platform that you may use, or OneDrive like on 365. But we put this here. We are not storing video on this program at this point. And we may investigate that down the road. But initially, this place, you could type in the address that would just be a direct link that would take them to a storage place that you have in your organization that would have that video. So just so it's easily referenced when you're in presentation mode, if that's something that you wanted to show. So moving on, the next one we're going to do is going to be the follow-up report.